And Scott says in Ada County, the recount could start the week after Thanksgiving.
Well, people are watching another recount very closely this afternoon. This one in Florida. Votes are being recounted in statewide races for governor, senator, and agriculture commissioner. Counties have until Thursday night to have their votes recounted. However, some are saying that's not enough time. Outside of election headquarters, security guards are closely monitoring what's taking place and hoping to keep the ballots secure. Legal teams from both parties have filed lawsuits. Much more on this coming up on the CBS Evening News.
Many of those heated elections across the country are now over, but the tempers are still flaring, in some cases getting hotter. Perhaps nowhere more than in Florida, where recounts in the governor's and senator's race are underway. CBS 2 Chief Political Correspondent Scott Thuman shows us while Florida's Secretary of State says there's been no evidence of criminal activity, there's intense skepticism over the pending results.
Criminal! You're corrupt to the bone!
Accusations of fraud, of stealing an election. A skepticism sparked by those, including the president, who've cast doubt on Florida's ability to count the votes correctly.
Every vote needs to be counted, but at the same time, we can't allow people to be stealing votes.
The problem is with the incompetence and the mischief in Broward County.
Democrats trying to debunk what they say is a goal to
ultimately undermine people's faith in our democracy. That's the wrong approach. It's a dangerous approach.
Either way, a recent survey shows growing distrust in the system, the machines, and those managing the results. A ScottRasmussen.com poll shows only 35% of voters were very confident in the ballot counting before the campaign. That's just 21% now. Overall, more Republicans have some confidence in the process, 70%, compared to 63% of Democrats.
It's kind of sad to see that something that should be so basic, we just kind of can't get right.
It's frustrating, it's stressful, you want it to be clear cut at the end of the day. At the same time, I think it's good that everyone's questioning.
A worry based for some in flashbacks. The Florida recount of 2000, helping decide if George W. Bush or Al Gore would be president, introduced the world to hanging chads and butterfly ballots. The system drastically improved, but critics say clearly not enough. The renewed fights now prompting a judge ruling in these legal challenges to advise both sides.
Ramp down the rhetoric.
Accusations, whether founded or not, aren't just limited to Florida. They've also ranged from Arizona to New Mexico to Georgia. On Capitol Hill, I'm Scott Thuman.